Welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. So we've got the advent calendar here, as I said, the Mickey and Minnie one. I'm just opening this one-handed. So we'll see what the bauble is this time. And look, it's got joy on with the print of Mickey there. It's green, it's sweet, and as I say, it then goes straight onto my tree here, which I will be sharing eventually soon. I think this was yesterday's, but what I'm hoping to do is keep this box, and what I will do is I'll tape all these down. Because I said to Hubby, I'm not going to get rid of the box because you can actually take the whole of the lid off. So if I stick all these down with tape, then I can just lift it off and I can store all the baubles in here so they are safe. So it's repurposing the box. Yes, I have got, today I've got my owl Christmas t-shirt on. We are off to the shopping centre again. I need to go for third time to try and get my medication, and might pop into Tesco's because there's a couple of bits I need, and if we've got time might even go to B&M. So that is the start. I don't want to be out too long because I have still got a fair bit of decorating to do around our home, so hopefully you'll follow us on our day. Now for my mixed haul. Not all the pieces I've got today, I sort of got them over the last week, but I thought I'll club them all together because some of them need wrapping up. Some of the food items I'm not including that we got today. I managed to get some Pepsi Max cans, believe it or not, £6 for 24 cans, the cheapest yet. And they got so many. I say we saw that last week, but unfortunately we didn't take a trolley in, and the trolleys are sort of downstairs, so by the time you got up you got to either go all the way down, but I only went in for a few bits. Also I got some jacket potatoes, and what else did we get? Some crisps, just a few little pieces, but I'm not going to include those sort of things. Now I went to get my prescription for the third time running. This is, I went Friday, Saturday and today. So managed to get the last item. To say it's been just over a week now, but that's beside the point. So I'm going to get on with the haul. I'm not sure of all the prices, so declaration if I get any of the prices wrong. And the first item I did actually get today, and I'm trying to figure out how much I paid for them. I don't know if they were £2.50. I'll say £2.50, but if it's drastically different I will obviously put it somewhere down here. And I got two of these, is the biscuits. I must admit they got the pallets full of biscuits, sweets, drinks, all that sort of thing. So I got two, one home and one to go as a gift. And as I said, I'm sure these were £2.50, I'd like to say anyway. Something I got last week, I'm sure I paid £2 for this. It's the Tesco's Christmas pudding, because I realised I hadn't got one, so I'm gradually getting everything ticked off my list that's non-perishable. This was something last week. This is for a family. What it is, it's for 3 adults, so I know they like these sort of things. So this is the 2 Ronnies, the Christmas specials, and this was on offer £5 because sometimes these things can run expensive. And that's going not with those biscuits, with another lot of biscuits and a couple of other little things as a family gift. Also last week I bought these. It was 2 for £3. They got the 9th of March on for next year. It's these tree decorations, well, biscuit trees, gingerbread, and they've got the gel, and they've got like the decorations there. And what it is, I don't know if you can see that, they've got a groove in, so they slot together like that, if you haven't seen them. And I thought this was an activity with their granddaughter and you know, some of the adults. I might get some more of those. So I believe that was 2 for £3. Again, this was sort of last week, and for the life of me, I know these were originally £10, but with the, you know, your club card, I'm sure it was £4.50, and this is the Bayliss and Harding, but this is sort of a gift for myself. I love these products, and look at the packaging on those. So this is the white tea, and it's got the, let's have a look. I presume it's the gel and the soap and the cream, hand cream. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm just trying to read it. Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And I think the reason also why it was quite expensive, because it looks as though it's in this like sort of container. And I think that will look lovely in our cloakroom. As I said, I think that's absolutely beautiful. And it looks like the marbled effect on the bottle. So, yeah, I sort of bought that for myself. Today, I actually purchased the TV guide. We went in for this last week and couldn't get it. I'll probably go into a little bit more detail about this, but briefly what it is, I specifically go through this and quite early on, as early as I can, for when I can program it in on the decoder sort of thing. And I'll go through this and I will actually highlight what I want to program in. And then due to the fact that you can only program in a certain amount of time ahead of time, if that makes sense, then once it's programmed in, it gets a tick. It might seem, you know, a bit roundabout way, but I have done this for 10 odd years, maybe longer, due to the fact that previously, not so recently, working in a care home and everything, I used to miss so much TV, so it was just easier just to program it in. So I always have what's on TV, and that's how I work it, and it works out well. I say I don't just highlight what I like. I sort of highlight what I think the guys would like, if there's any specials or anything, and then the magazine gets passed around between hubby and my son, and I'll say go through it, highlight anything else that you specifically wanted recording, because our decoder does 6 things at once, so we have got that option, so it's quite easy that way. Although very often, as the years have progressed, it doesn't seem as though we record that much, but it's nice to see if there's any you know, sort of specials or anything. So that's the TV guide, and that was £1.50 because it is a double issue. Funny enough, it wasn't in just before the weekend, so we managed to get that today. I'm sorry if the prices seem to be a bit vague, but I'm sort of trying to clear my mind and chill a bit because it's got so much going on. Right, the other item I got, I said I got a few foodie bits, but I'm not going to include them this time. I got this item. I had my eye on it previously. I'm trying to figure out, £10 it was originally, and I paid £4.50, and I got this last week, and the size of it. And this is for my cubby. My hubby keeps saying, what more can you get in your cubby? And this is what it is. It is quite big. It's this grid. You can see just through the grid. It has got all the connections and everything, but these are like the mini dog clips, and I think it might show you on the, does it show you on the tag? Yeah, there it is. There's a close-up of it on the tag there. But I'm not likely to hang it up. I've got that little picture rail in my cubby, so I might just stand it up on that, and it's going to go up, 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 up. then it's got like your magazine sort of holder there, or I can put folders or whatever in there. So that is that, and I said it comes with the dog clips, and I can sort of clip things on cards or whatever I want, notes and things like that, or even, as I said, notes where it's sort of quotes, you know, positive quotes. So that is that. So I'm really pleased with that, and £4.50 for the size of it. I did happen to look today and they didn't have any in our branch, but I say it is rather on a large size, but I have actually measured it and it does fit. Right, a couple of items from Amazon. Do excuse again, these have been coming through the last week. Fast and Furious 9, I think this originally was quite expensive, but I think when I finally got it, it was £12.97 on Blu-ray. This is for a son because we bought him all the Fast and Furiouses on Blu-ray as a box set. I think it was not last Christmas but the year before, and so this is the last one. It's also got Hobbs and Shaw, which I love that movie, and so he's got that for Christmas. Another thing is the PlayStation 4 3 games. This is for hubby. This is Marvel. It's a 3-game set, which is brilliant. I think he's got one of these, but it's on a different console, and he wants them all for PlayStation 4. And this was reduced down to £22, which is really good for the 3 games. So that's Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Marvel Avengers, and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and that is £22. Hubby's also got a couple of games off the PlayStation Store. I don't know if I mentioned this, and it was like 75-80% off on Black Friday. It also got a drill, which I haven't included anywhere, funny enough, and mostly to use with the legs of our caravan, and I think he might have saved £60 or £70 on that drill, because I know they can be quite expensive. I'm not sure. I think this was £12 something, and it is the auto-magnetic mug, and it's the stirring one, but I know there was 2 different ones, but this is the one hubby requested for work. Yes, the custard one, he says, is too nice, and he wants that to use at home or when we're in the caravan or travelling. But this one he will take to work, although funny enough this one was more expensive, but there you are. So it's just the stirring one inside, as I said, got the lid black, which is really handy for engineering. I think our son's going to want one, and I think there's the button on there, and I think the battery thing goes in the bottom. So there is that one. So as I said, I think, you know, it's going to be really good. As I said, when he requests something like this, I get on the sort of the wagon sort of thing, I get on board and I get the item as soon as he mentions it, because very often he will turn around and say, no, I can't remember what I asked for, or oh yeah, there was some, but I can't think. I try and make a note on my phone, or you know, somewhere where I know that I remember it and pick it up. And I know he did actually say about this mug. So although it was more expensive than the custard one, funny enough, that's the one he's going to have for work. I have got little bits from Poundland, mostly things that are edible, but unfortunately, because I've waited too long, they have gone poof. They've sort of disappeared. But the one item I've got, and I really wish I picked some more up and see if I can get some more of these, is this. It's squirrel decoration. Here it is, grey. And obviously it was £1. And I don't want this for Christmas. I want this for autumn. As you know, I have a lot of grey in our bedroom through the year. I've gone on to that grey, but this is gorgeous. And I thought that I could keep this up for autumn. I might see if I can spice some more actually. But I've noticed going around Tesco's, I've got a couple of things from B&M that's coming up next. And I didn't go into Poundland today, but I don't feel as though there's a lot of stock left. So maybe I should have picked a couple more of these, but you know, I've got those little shelves in our bedroom. I like to put little things like this, and obviously I won't use the tag, but I think that would look really sweet just on its own. As you know, it's sometimes very difficult. I was having this conversation with Carol, a subscriber, that, you know, it's sometimes very difficult to find autumn decor unless you go to things like HomeSense or I don't know, online like Amazon or eBay or even TK Maxx, and some of the stuff can run really expensive. So this is to keep up for my autumn decor. Right, I got a couple of little bits from the Card Factory. I got two of these. There's mostly calendars, and I know you can use your phones, but I still like to give calendars. I did not receive one calendar last year. I had to go out and buy one. I know it was on lockdowns and everything. And also, a lot of people said they didn't receive calendars. I suppose it's because you weren't going out. But I got two the same. So these are for my sons, Justice League. As I said, a lot of their things for their stockings tend to be superhero-wise. So, and yeah, look, I've said this before, and I've bought a lot of these calendars, and I've even paid 10p a penny. I remember one year Wilko sold all their calendars off for a penny, and I didn't want them for the calendar. It's like getting towards the end of January. I wanted them for the pictures, and even these you can these were £1.50. You can actually frame these, especially if your son has got, you know, especially if they're on the younger side, like to have these sort of things. There's the Flash, Wonder Woman, as I said, and you could have these actually framed, and you can have a number of different frames and maybe put 6 frames, you know, 3 and 3, and have all the different pictures. So as I said, there's a lot there, and they make amazing art, and I've done this so many times, as I said before, use different things to put in frames, and there's all the designs there. So that was £1.50, so I got 2 of those. The other one, I might keep them both actually, because I tend to have one in my craft cubby and one hanging up on a hook in the kitchen. I've got 2 here, and it was 2 for £1.25. This one I think I will possibly have in the kitchen. Things That Warm Your Heart calendar, and yeah, and the first, is it all owls? No, but the first one happens to be owls, and this has got some beautiful sayings on. When the chilly winds of winter make your cheeks all red and rosy, or you come in from the cold and snuggle up all nice and cozy. So, and again, you can cut that off and you can frame it. I've done that after I've used the bottom bit, and I've told family members, do not scribble on this bit. If you have to scribble, I don't want to scribble it on down here, but please don't scribble on here, because I like to use them. And you've got February, as I said, they are absolutely gorgeous sayings. March, so they've got some beautiful sort of pictures that are there. Does it show you? Yeah, and there we are. Said, I don't know if that's really clear, but beautiful calendar, and for the price. The next one I think I'll have for my craft cubby. Bring a little beauty to every day, and look at the front, isn't that pretty? Again, look, and I'm going to say it again, you can cut these down and frame them. January, you were born to sparkle. And February, every girl loves a little romance. So, and this carries on. Say, I tend to get my calendars actually from the Card Factory because they are so reasonable. Originally I bought 2 because, like I said, I normally have it in 2 different places. But plus, I couldn't make my mind up which one I liked the best anyway. March, you're the most gorgeous girl in every room. So just positive quotes and a beautiful calendar. And I've actually, when I went to pay for my year's assistance, said, do you want the envelopes? And I said, oh yes please, because I don't know if I'm going to need them, but I think I'll be keeping those myself. Yes. I did have a little Christmas through December chart for a granddaughter, but she's taken that over the weekend, and that was something like 99p, and it came with stickers and little sort of things that you rip off, and it says naughty or nice, whichever the sticker is, you know, to sort of encourage your child to be good through the month of December. Something else, I picked up 3 originally, 3 different ones, these coasters, but then the lady said, although they were 59p each, she said it was 2 for a pound, so you save a bit. So I said, oh, I might as well have another one. So I got 2 of the same Jingle Bell Croc, so like that. So we do get through a lot of coasters because they do get wet after a while. Here comes Brewdolf, which I think is pretty good. That one. And then Flamingo Bells, which I'll probably have in my cubby. I might have that one in my cubby because it's pink. But the others I'll probably have in the lounge. Also, these make nice gifts to put with a, like I'm doing a drinks sort of little gift box. I've got mugs, if you remember, I've got Daddy Elf, Mummy Elf and Little Elf and things like that, and you could put coasters in that as well as hot chocolate, tea, you know, coffees for the Tasmo and anything like that. Right, I think now we're on to B&M. Again, I bought 2 bottles of 3 litre Pepsi Max Coke because I haven't been able to get it from a lot from Iceland. They were $1.95 each for 3 litre bottles, and I only got a couple of other little bits. So Paxo, because I need some more, because although I got a double pack, I kept that up. That's in my stash for my non-perishable stuff for Christmas, but I wanted one for my slow cooker. You know me, I keep mentioning the slow cooker, and we are going in the caravan again. It is booked, so I'll probably have the slow cooker going then, so I needed another stuffing. That was £1. I bought some sprinkles because I'm hoping to get some baking done, as long as I don't leave it too late. So it's these sprinkles, Betty Winters, and this is Red Christmas edible decorations, and you've got the green there, the stars, and like candy canes and ivy leaves and things like that. So that's that one. So I can make some little cupcakes. Something, again, I picked up on this one, something else hubby mentioned, so got him a couple of little bits. There's nothing drastically want because we did actually get the drill. That's more for the caravan. If you note, I don't know if you noticed in the filming or anything, it's been loving the really thick fleecy bottoms and the lounge tops, you know, the lounge sets. So I've gotten this set. It was £8, and there's the picture. I've got it in a large. I was thinking large or extra large, and I can change it, but I know the one, I'm sure the set he's got now is medium to large, so this should be fine. And we were all for onesies, and hubby was, especially when we're in the caravan, but they are a pain if you need to go to the bathroom or whatever. You have to keep stripping off and one thing or another. So he's been loving these better, and I must admit, I like my lounge sets. You've seen me, and you've probably seen me previously in Vlogmas previously to this, and I've got my red set on because I wasn't going out and I was just getting on. So it's like the plain grey top and then the black sort of checked bottoms, and I thought for £8 I didn't think that was too bad. And then the last thing, and it was my son that sort of was ferrying me around today as my taxi driver. He said, that is not for my room, is it? Yes, it is light up. I've got to put the batteries in. It's this lovely truck. It was £6, and I thought that was decent price actually. As I said, I do keep my eye out for certain things, and this is sort of the red truck, the car with the Christmas trees. Even if it wasn't Christmas and I saw something, I would get it. but I think this is so sweet, and it's got like the little sort of lights on there around the vehicle. Got the trees on top, and say it does light up, and these should light up, and hopefully it's going to be fine. I haven't tried it because I haven't got my batteries in it yet. And then it's got the reef on the front of the vehicle. So there we are. So there is certain things, so if anybody notices anything, red truck, red car sort of thing, let me know, just comment down below. And also another thing I've been thinking about, and I'm sure I've shouted this out a number of times, is the tiny little gingerbread men. I presume I could go on eBay or can go on Amazon. But I used to always get them from Tesco's, and I haven't got them for the last 2 or 3 years from Tesco's. I used to get them in a box, and they used to be ever so reasonable. I want those to go with my gingerbread lattes over Christmas. But I don't really want to pay a lot for them. But if you see them out and about, let me know. So I'm going to get on now because I've got some few jobs I want to get done before I manage to sit down for the rest of the day. Maybe watch a Christmas movie. Yes, one of the projects I'm doing is getting my cloakroom sorted. I've just got a few pieces and I've sort of gathered them all together. As I said, sometimes it takes me a while to do the decor just because I haven't got the stamina like I used to, and also I'm cleaning as I go along, so this is what's taking the time. So as you probably realise, I do pull everything out of vases and bowls. Look, this has got polystyrene because these were in plastic sort of plant pots that I got from Poundland a number of years ago. I think I paid something like 50p or even 25p, as sometimes you do, you know, after the season. So I've got my plant pot here. Very often I use carrier bags to raise items up as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just putting these back in. This is not the same pot I don't think I used last year, but I'm using this for the time being because it happened to be handy, and I took it out of a plant that I had on the shelves in the kitchen. So I'm just going to put these in and just jiggle them about a little bit. As I said, I don't tend to keep the things in the pots, as you've probably seen for those green tins from yesterday, due to the fact that it takes too much room. I'd rather stack those sort of things up in boxes. I put all the foliage together in that big blue bag that actually I think it held a chair that broke for camping and caravan and that. So that's what I tend to do. So I'm just sticking all these things in while I'm nattering away. And as I said, sometimes I do things like this way because while I'm doing decorating, Christmas decor and sort of cleaning at the same time, I can have moments where I can sit down and just relax and do things like this. I think what I'm going to do is I've got some white felt, and I've also got some of that white snow blanket, as I call it, so I might actually use that just to cover the pot. But very often, unless you're going to see it like on the dining room table where you need to see it from all angles, most of the time, like in the lounge, like that one I did for the unit, that black sort of shelving, and that coffee table, because it's near the radiator, so I can't have anything real flowers because of the heating. You don't necessarily have to see the other side, but can fluff it a bit so you can see it from the front. And this is actually going to say, if I didn't mention, go in my cloakroom. This, I'm sticking with the colour scheme. Normally over the years it's been red and everything, but I'm keeping it black, cream and cream, that sort of colours. So that's going to go in, and I'll fluff it a bit more as well. The items that I'm also using, and I've got them all on this tray ready, as far as I remember, because I've got these listed as cloakroom. Okay, that's my son just talking to me. Then I will put, I think, these back. So I think I remember certain things. This I got for £1 from Wilko's. It did have like a brassy vase. I've got one left. but this one actually broke. And again, if you hear the fan of my oven, we're having jacket potatoes with chili con carne tonight, so I've got that cooking while we're getting on. So I've got these, so I've got those little 3 bottles that's got the hearts on that. I think I'm going to leave in the cloakroom, along with the container I have that holds hair grips, bubbles, and say my brush. You'll probably see more of this when I share this with you. Now, I think these possibly could have been Poundland. I don't know if they still light up. Oh, a little bit. It does light up a little bit. I don't know if that, don't know whether you can actually see that, but it does sort of light up. So I've got 2 of these. Again, I'm not sure if that's showing up. I don't tend to like them anyway. It's themes again. This is sort of frosty trees, I like to say, that sort of thing. So I got these. I got 2 trees, one slightly broken, so that tends to go a bit higher up so you can't see the top. I'm trying to figure out whether these came from Tesco's or Wilko's. I think I paid some 25p, 50p, something like that. So I can't really realistically remember, but I'm not sure if it was Tesco's or not. So I've got 2 of these. As I say, I know very often they say things in 3s, but as you can see, I tend to buy things in 2. So I've got those trees there. And then I've got this reindeer. Now, I'm sure this might have been a Poundland one. I've got a few from Craft Fair that are actually in the games room, but this one's got like the little belt. I just like wooden items, and I tend to think they look more expensive than what they are or what you paid for them. So there's that. And then I'm sure these picks I got maybe from Poundland, I like to think. So I've got a few of those. I know what I'm going to do because it's very, I think, practically the same as what I did last year, but that's just how I'm going to do it. So I've got all my pieces together. Also, I want to sort of give it different heights, so I use different things. So like for the trees, you might see that I've got hubby a couple of years ago to take the spike off, because I use this for so many different things to give height. So I've got that, but also it's the little mini cake stands, and I've said this before, haven't seen these in Poundland for ages. I've got 2 of the white ones, I'd like some more, but I haven't seen them since. If I remember rightly, they had them in a pale pink and blue. So I like everything at different heights, so I use these 2 normally together. And something else that I tend to use, not too many of them because I need them for this sort of season, but these little dishes that I use for sauces and everything, rather than having jars or whatever, or the squirty bottles on the table if I've got guests. But things like this, besides this, you can turn it upside down and it just gives it that little bit of height. So say I have like that, and then I will have a tree like that. So it just gives it that little bit of height, as I said, and then I'd have another one like that. So that's what I'm going to do with those. And then the trees, very similar. I've got the 2 items here. I will use one on, say, one on the cake stand, and then one on the candlestick, like so. So again, different heights aside to those little mini trees. So that is sort of the little mini project I'm doing at the moment. So I'm going to get this all put in the cloakroom, then I can show you after I've done it. So here's the collection in the cloakroom. Like I said, I might put some of the snow blanket round inside there. I have got another sheet, so that's what I might do. I've kept these here due to the fact I think they look okay, and as I say, because the vase broke, I used that just in the vase, so just a little bit. I don't like to do too much, it's a very small cloakroom. And then if I scoot up, then you can see the scene is up there, and that's how I've done it with the heights, because it's out the way, it doesn't get knocked up there. It's not a proper window ledge, but it's a sort of just a sill, if that's what you call it, but it's just wide enough to put those few bits on. Like I said, doing things with different heights does make a lot of difference, as you can see there. And there's the reindeer. If you can use pieces that you already have and just add like a foliage or something with it, or heights like that, it makes a big difference and it saves you money as well. So as I said, I'm really pleased with that, and I think it just looks nice. As I said, I like to put like for like or matching things together, and as it is a small room anyway, yeah, it goes with the colour scheme. I've just got to bring that snowman, I think, hand wash, and put that down there as well. So that is the cloakroom now finished. Okay, so this is at the back doorway. I say it's a very small area, but we use it as best as we can, as I said in the past. The only piece of furniture that's normally here is that bookcase, and obviously what used to be a magazine rack that we use for the clogs for going in and out the back doorway. This area we often, well, practically every year have to close this door off because we either have the sofa across that doorway, or on this occasion the tree, because we got rid of the two-seater sofa. So this area, have done it different this year. and I've gone for a sort of cream and gold and silver and touches of grey as well. So on the top I've got these pieces here. I've got my gonks, I've got that Leave a Little Sparkle, I think that was Poundland, and I've got my flowers that I often change the different vases over. That's in a gold one, that was from Poundland. I've got a couple of owls actually that are white and grey, and then I've got this other gonk. This one I think came from the range, and the others all came from Poundland at different times. So it's all, I say, cream, gold and touches of grey. With this bauble, I think I paid like 10p for them. I got 2 of these. I've been using my bow maker actually this evening, so that's why I've got bows on everywhere, just to sort of hide a bit of the clips or the hooks. And then I have this one here, and I believe this one may have came from Wilko's. I think I only paid like £1.50 for it after the season. So that is that. And what I've done is, one of the boxes that I normally use for Christmas decorations, I've got to iron it, I must admit, that is actually got about 8 or 9 of the artificial plants in, because they're plants that I bought through this year, and so I didn't have them last year and I needed a place to store them, so I've put them all in that plastic bin with the lid. And then here I've got a gold tray, another one of those baubles, and another owl, and then this sort of ornament I got actually from the charity shop. I paid, I think it was £5 for it, and I've just covered it in that white see-through ribbon. I had these roses a number of years, but I don't very often use them, and just put that little bit of gold on there so it almost looks like a dress. So that is my back hallway. As I said, because I actually see it constantly, because as you know, just going that way is my cubby, so I like it to look nice anyway, and it's very similar colours going into my cubby, which probably may be on tomorrow's Vlogmas day. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.